stories. My uncle saw what he wanted to see.
On the mystical moon of Krygerin 7, and just before the destruction of old Krypton, the gods sought counsel in another world, in the higher force dimensions, to resolve the matter of chaos and wars.
The high heaven strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so.
What I have done is given the Kryptonians a chance at the future by enabling them with drug infusion powers. Without it, they cannot instigate the Superman mode and help all of the survivors of Krypton and all the universe survive. In pairs, we have to gift the mortals with a chance at survival, or we shall be classed as the enemy too, when indeed we are gods. The future Psiomnikrypton, listen to me, in pairs.
It goes against the council of secrecy of Psiomnikrypton that anyone other than the Psiomnikrypton should find out about how to utilize Dragon Force powers of the universe. You disappoint me, Changeling Ultoria, or should I say, Altran Jinwall. Now you shall be cast to the Earth realm to live as one of them, but not as powerful as your position.
Saltarian, Mirakon, Cyboria, Mytronia, I give you the blessing, but not the ultimate power to protect over the domain. Should you fail, you shall be sentenced to the Nexus Fire domain. Should you succeed, the powers shall be returned to the Psiomnikrypton God Spirit Force realm, from whence they originated. Is your task Altran Jinvorm of the Martian Changeling realms.
Kalo, my son, you have finally chosen to start your training.
After all of the battle mage powers that I have attained, it has been an exhilaration and a formidable feat of exo superpowers. However, I miss my older form of Clark Kent, the modesty, the clean-cut image, transforming into Superman. But there are no regrets, Jor-El, for I have no longer any kryptonite weaknesses, for I am empowered with more destiny, more light and more force of the God Spirit realm. Surely, is that where we are from? The God Spirit realm, or the Psionic God realm? For you, being a keeper of knowledge, too much of the structure, to know too much and then endorse all of the truths, knowing that some of the truths can hurt. Or is the secrecy that I had in disguised form, as the older form of Superman, a better way of generating the secrecy that must lie within the superheroes' initiation spark of superpowers, drive, and enactments, and how it is possible? I need more answers, Jor-El, to my questions. My Argonian AI sensors tell me that after the first superfusion between Captain Atom and Battle Major Superman Ultra, there must be a second superfusion level because of the two new changeling modes of the Flash and Green Lantern. His existence mode needs to be alterated so that he may, after unfortunately his former self has become eradicated due to the timeline. Therefore, his future self needs to be integrated with new interdimensional changeling species. The old Clark Kent of Superman of old Krypton must not die, or Krypton shall still die. Therefore, all of the timelines need to be existent.
Lex Luthor fried the circuits bringing his creature to life. There's not enough charge to wake the box.
I might be able to do it. I might be able to jumpstart it. If I can get enough distance, I can conduct a significant electrical current.
To say that you have future self DNA of the Flash combined with Battle Mage Superman Ultra, that would be a great idea.
This must be the end of the line, so I'm in position.
The mother box is ready. You have to charge it the moment it touches the fluid. 5. Diana's
I believe that this is a saying of Kalo of Psiomnikrypton. It's time for interdimensional psionic light speed travel, existence, superfusion mode.
1.
Into the psionic force, I shall accelerate to all the atomic matter forces of creation and enlighten and physically embody Kalo of Psiomnikrypton with a new spiritual form of embodiment and everlasting. And whatever comes around and goes around as a form of collective new, superpowered collective for all of our justice powers, and the justice for Psionical of the future. It's psionic power mode, existence time.
I am free of the other worlds, back once again in order to save humanity from the destruction of the psionic apocalyptic doomsday creatures.
Estimates that the friction of the Earth's atmosphere will cause disintegration of the station to commence in...
I have 3.5 interdimensional seconds to stop the interplanetary destruction of planet Earth and stop this missile destroying my previous life form, Kal-El. And whilst I merge into the psionical dream dimensions of the physical world, I entered, and out of it I became Xyronicor L, the future timeline Kryptonian time traveler of destiny. Now my task and mission is complete as the supreme battle mage of Psiomnikrypton, for I am Xyronicor L, and I am destined to meet you.
I must act quickly to superfuse into the same timeline as my cousin Kal-El of Psiomnikrypton, and be the next Psionic Goddess Supreme of future world's new Krypton. I do not have much time to act. Now, through Super Time Drive, augmented psionic link experimentation and physical force, recreation should be the answer.
The timeline alteration appears to be working. I'm already absorbing bioexoskeleton super armor load from Psiomnikrypton Ultra.
Kara Zor-El also needs a fifth-dimensional psionic power, and I contain all of it within the Psioniverse orb that I am giving you. Destroy her with it.
One cannot just steal the psionic power from somebody. One must earn the psionic power with either worthiness, honor, truth, and courage, none of which you have. Dark creature of the Nexus Chaos Mage realm, for I am Alchan Jinvor, the ultimate changeling powers mode expert, and I shall know that you are not worthy with my level expertise analysis.
I remember when Battle Mage Superman Ultra saved me with interdimensional time travel lightspeed mode. If I use a psionic fusion from the future and use the same powers, I can create interdimensional psionic fusion and save Earth Zone 7. where I was created from an atomic destruction of a nuclear missile effect and save my former self and interdimensionally become the Psiomnikryptonian battle mage, goddess of Ultra Psiomnikrypton.
Krypton in the future timelines.
It appears that after the bonding with the Dr. Fate cyber system's genetic bio-exoskeleton arms, both Kalo, Zor-El, and Kalo are undergoing a chrysalis superhero transformation into permanent cyber-electric system warriors. They are becoming the biomorphic Psion Mages. We must go into the dream world, scaling where they are in chrysalis forms, because if they become too powerful, they may stay in robotic exoskeleton arms. Both Kalo, Zor-El, and Kalo are undergoing a chrysalis superhero transformation into permanent cyber-electric system warriors. They are becoming the biomorphic Psion Mages. We must go into the dream world, scaling where they are in chrysalis forms, because if they become too powerful, they may stay in robotic bio-exoskeleton armor suit form permanently. We can learn from the Psiomnivision dream world.
I could use my psio-telekinetic genetic form of transferal bonding and use our mind as telekinetic force to help empower and control Kalo, Zor-El.
Psionic bonding and learn how we can utilize.
Let us use our Psiomkinetic time traveler's ring of destiny and help Kara and Kalo in their dream world of Psiomnivisions.
The impudence. You fail to comprehend an extension of me.
Intelligent corruption has been transported
nothing wrong
here. I saw
your effective
future biomorphic Psion Mage.
And you want to drive.
Limited intelligence.
Your feeble mind has given me for a task to sludge.
And keep it to the quiet the brainiac called dark justice of the future. Thank you for the silent genetic transfer of all your batteries powers.
And Kal-El, this is Brainiac 5000, the Psiomkinetic Dimensions Justice League from the future. We have uploaded you Super Telekinetic Powers Control. I know that Brainiac is no domitable force of mind control, but with your new empathic force given to you by Salmariel, you can break free of the dreamwave physical construct with your member of biomorphic Psion Mage superpowers. Good luck, Kalo.
Because of the superfusion telekinetic force construct powers, guided by Salmarian L and Brainiac 5000, and during the dream world psionic force bonding. In the dream world, Brainiac 5000 had picked up a lightning force physical construct capabilities and had become the ulterior first timeline of the future. The first psionic force lightning defender. His power was mystical green psionic lightning overglow, giving him all of the power, strength and quickness of his elite super brain, advanced intelligence, super forms of life. And here is his version of Psiomnikrypton. Rebuilding and reconstructing events. This new advanced cyber-electric upload of psionic force of lightning dependent capabilities for Brainiac 5000 would be instrumental to the advanced intelligence genius required for the creation of the super city of Metropolis time travel. The light speed Psiomnikrypton.
You are not the insect in my hand. Trust the journey toward greater
Synchro-Con interdimensional seconds. Use time and teleportation. Wormhole spell initiation. Construction. Are you okay?
Kalo and Kara Zarel of Psiomnikrypton. This is Exotralian 10,000. Let me assist you with what is required for the future time-mind service of the ultra-time traveling legends of Psiomnikryptonian heroes. In the future, I have become one of you, a founder, also, and a future sight precognitive ultra warrior hero. What is required for the future is future worlds, Psiomniforce superfusion, superhero abilities. I have only attained some of them. Most of the part of our bargain has been kept by both you and I. Allow me to infuse you with Psiomniforce dimensional Dragon Fusion Mage, Ultra Fusion Biomorphic Mage abilities. I shall see you on future Psiomnikrypton, and there we shall discover each other.
Kalo, my son. This is Jor-El of Future Worlds Psiomnikrypton. I am the Dragon Fusion Mage God. This is your training to learn all the skills of Battle Mage Force Mastery, to learn Teleportation, Magicae Force Excelsior Mode, Selfless Deed Commandment spells, which could lead to the ultimate power, to the creations of universes and the saving of previous universes. Shall we unite the everlasting in the Battle Mage Force realm? Remember, Krypton was a dying planet due to war. Therefore, you have attained the accolade of the Battle Mage Superman Ultra, not only to fight the battles of justice, but to prevent wars, and show nobility and honor in courage and defense in the forms of superhero, Magicae Force Mastery. Never to attack, always to defend a righteous cause. For you are the enlightened, spiritual Battle Mage Superman Ultra, and you shall be indomitable in the saving of the Psiomniverse, Masterverse, or the Multiverse Supreme. Go, Kalo. Restore balance to the Psiomniverse and all Psiomnikryptonian realms, which shall enforce an equilibrium and an equality amongst all of the species throughout all of the known universes. Kalo, my son. This is Jor-El of Future Worlds Psiomnikrypton. I am the Dragon Fusion Mage God. This is your training to learn all the skills of Battle Mage Force Mastery, to learn Teleportation, Magicae Force Excelsior Mode, Selfless Deed Commandment spells, which could lead to the ultimate power, to the creations of universes and the saving of previous universes. Shall we unite the everlasting in the Battle Mage Force realm? Remember, Krypton was a dying planet due to war. Therefore, you have attained the accolade of the Battle Mage Superman Ultra, not only to fight the battles of justice, but to prevent wars, and show nobility and honor in courage and defense in the forms of superhero, Magicae Force Mastery. Never to attack, always to defend a righteous cause. For you are the enlightened, spiritual Battle Mage Superman Ultra, and you shall be indomitable in the saving of the Psiomniverse, Masterverse, or the Multiverse Supreme. Go, Kalo. Restore balance to the Psiomniverse and all Psiomnikryptonian realms, which shall enforce an equilibrium and an equality.
Welcome to the Psiomnikrypton zone, Kalo. Has Jor-El toured you well enough to defeat me? For one, journey is over for you, and your next journey is about to end.
powers of the Psiomnikrypton's electric armors into experimental mode.
I did not expect to see you here in bio-exoskeleton armor. You are full of surprises, Kalo.
Your struggles are into my hands. Come forth, White Dragon, carry me to my destiny!
This white dragon appears to be invincible, even if we use hyper-acceleration dimension to ram straight through it. It will either regenerate and form indestructible armor each time we attempt it. I don't know where it is getting its power from. You must seek the source of its indomitable evil, warrior, the Kalo, the triangle, magicized resolve. Summon the silent electric super world of the super electric power force. Time travel to the blast and destroy the enemy that way. No, the creature has used an electromagnetic time travel for stasis field. I'm chained and tethered to the realm of when I used the only of the lesser strength and form. I cannot overcome it. Kara, Saijan, anybody, can you hear me and assist me now?
Must be disposed of. As you wish, I will start with you!
They are happening at an exponential rate. I have appeared through Zarcholion 10,000 into supreme changeling powers mode. The test that Jurel had
And whilst I am here in interdimensional light speed changeling mode, in order to finish off the Doombringer of 4785, who attempts to take all of the galaxies and destroy them, I shall use changeling forms of altered dynamic bio-exoskeleton forms and use all of the powers of the bio-armors of the super future Kryptonians. This time, the punishment shall be just, the victory shall be dynamic, and the Kryptonians and all of the superheroes of the Superverse shall know of the legendary victim of the biomorphic Ultra Super Saiyan Mage. Illuminati, Mantrial, Spectralis, Spiritalis, Xantrinal. I summon the 5 dimensions of super orbs that shall serve as a time, sword, super effect, and destroy the world destroyer Zod creature. Even though he shall reincarnate, his darkness shall not. My purity and Psionic light shall be reinforced. For I have restraint, I have honor. I know when my enemy is defeated, and his punishment shall be sought, and it already has been adjudicated. You are guilty of all the crimes of interplanetary destruction, Zod. You are sentenced to more of the same of the destructive Phantom Zone time travel vortex powers depletion zone that you had once attempted to doom me towards.
The autodynamic changeling robotic machines.
In In this next time travel power mode, I have a greater understanding of how to control and distribute my power, and I shall never fall into the darkness, for I am the psionic power eternal.
And yet again that was an exhilaration and a rush that I have never experienced before. So caution and restraint must be my lesson to keep up the guild of honour and the construction of the Silent Light.